How's the audio, guys? Anyone here? How's the audio? Alright, sounds like it's okay. Alright, cool. Let me know because I got like a window open here. Alright, Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some analysis. Thanks for anyone who joined yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream yesterday. After that, I just kind of went to bed. I was watching some Neil deGrasse Tyson. Awesome guy. And I just woke up like an hour ago and I was like getting ready. Then I saw the price. And I thought, you know what? Let's start a stream. We can sweat this together. We'll go through the crash together, people. All right. So we should just, watch this, see what happens. I'll give you my thoughts. So I was looking at volume. So the one thing that's the most honest thing about the price action is the volume. It should be like the number one indicator. And price and volume. I know some really, really good traders. All they look at is price and volume. So let's see it here. So you guys can see here. Check out these times when we had extremely high volume spikes. Oh, what's going on? Here, here, some here, some here, and then what you want to do is you want to take a look. Well, how was the action at the time? We had a big bounce here, resulted in a decent, really, really good rally, and that's what you want to look for. You don't want to care. You don't need to care so much at the time whether this is the bottom or not, because you never know the future. So here we had a good bounce. Here, good bounce. Here, a smaller bounce, but probably combined volume in this area, these hours, is not as high. Obviously, the last bottom, we had a lot of volume, and then volume started increasing a little bit, which made me think this might have been the volume. So you see how at first the volume was going down. It wasn't like a great sign, but then it kind of started going up a little bit, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, this might be the bottom. Then obviously we saw around here, if you went on a shorter time frame, you could see that it wasn't so bad to short here because the volume was dropping off on that last push. Here, okay. Again, combined volume probably not so high, so we can maybe disregard this one. Volume is starting to pick up here. So let's see what happens. Can I do this instead? Maybe not. I like using this one too. This shows like Bitcoin wisdom if you don't have this one. So 6K resistance for sure. There will be resistance at 6K for sure, right? That was the last support, last big support. I think 6,500 could be also. Let's take a closer look at that though. So I'm just gonna. There was some reason I thought 65 might be good support. So let's just put a ray here, and I want to go back and see. Well, first of all, just around here. Let's load up a volume profile. I kind of want to do. We're gonna have to do it by the day here because there's just not enough screen real estate. So yeah, here 58, 59, decent amount of volume. I don't know why I thought 65 was good. Maybe because I made some lines here. Maybe it should be closer to. It's more 57. Maybe 50. I had 65 as some kind of Fibonacci level or something. Either way. So at 57, you know, there's definitely around 57 here. There's a lot of volume going on here as well. So if we break that, you know, we're talking 4K. We don't want to do that. We don't want to break 57, 55, 57. Now this is just, again, like yesterday, more of a future scenario. Between here and 57, hopefully we can bounce, but we don't know. You know, some people are talking about how we're just going to replay the 2014 bear market. Lisa and says consolidating, going to wave 4, now consolidating. Go for wave 4, then break. 57. Yeah, let's see. I personally don't use Elliott Wave myself. A lot of buys going in here. Let's load up my favorite one, tensor charts. I see. Okay. Yeah. See what you mean. Right. Again, thing to notice about this, guys, is that, you know, what is the volume looking like? You know, you want high volume for a reversal, you know, and this is like quite low volume. So unless we see high volume coming in, we can't expect a reversal here. You know, so as Lisa's saying, yeah, definitely just consolidating. It's a little bit easier to see like this too, you know, like usually consolidation looks like this. When we go down, volume look at this move down here, right? This move down here, volume is increasing. That usually shows you the direction of the trend. And then when we're moving in the opposite direction upwards, volume is declining. That usually shows consolidation. Yeah, definitely no reversal. Eight cash. I think 8K would take a lot of volume though. I mean, a lot more than coming in, but I guess we have a lot of bearish volume. We might have some volume soon, starting soon, I guess. Let's see. Seven, 2, 8, 8. Let's check that. Yeah, okay. Most likely. I don't think we're piercing above that area for sure. I don't want you guys to get confused by these 1 minute charts. It's the long trend line support, now resistance. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Also, we're looking at I'm going to remove some of these lines here for you guys so it's not as annoying to look at. I see. Alright, let's try it. Okay, not this one, obviously. Are you talking about give me a couple of dates here. Which one you mean? Or do you mean like some... No, this will be wrong. Beginning of time. I mean, there's this one, which I usually, but this is, we went through that a while ago. Are you using, you're not using log chart, are you? Maybe that's why. I use log usually. And I was using this one earlier. I was actually trying to do like this. Last night I didn't have a trade open. I should have shorted this morning when I woke up though, but it doesn't matter. Why aren't you using log? Come on, get with the program here. Alright, let's take a look at Sia coin. Shit, my... Just gonna take off this dynamic pivots. This is Sia coin right now? I see, okay, alright. Yeah, I could see like putting in some bids around here, you know? Around this area. This has been dropping, and then it had a pump up. Why did it have a pump up? Did something happen? I personally like using log more. Because Bitcoin is so parabolic. So yeah, Sia coin, I think bids from here down to the point of control, you know. We get some around here and then all the way down to here, but you can see there's like a 50% drop here. Basically what you need to do, what I would do for Sia coin is I would just look at the fundamentals, anything new coming out, that's good. And then I would wait for Bitcoin to start pumping, and then at that point I think I would just buy in, whether it's Sia coin or a different coin, anything that will pump with Bitcoin but just better. load up something else here, guys. Do you guys know about this? Fuck's sakes. So TD sequential is also an indicator used by a lot of people. Tone-Base uses it, and you know, pretty much, for example, here, this is obviously not perfect at all, but as you can see, every time there's a 9, you know, when there's a 9, usually there's a much higher chance of a reversal. So we have 1 4-hour candle here. There's going to be another one. Now it could exceed it. It's usually good. The TD sequential is usually good on the 4-hour and the daily chart. But if you look at the daily, when we were pumping like mad, we reached a 9 and we just kept going. So it's not a foolproof system. It's just a good way to also keep an eye on, like, you know, some kind of confluence of indicators. What does the daily RSI say? Daily RSI is only really 30. Let's look at our good friend Ichimoku though. Right now we're at a 7 on the daily. On the 4-hour we're reaching an 8. Historically, we're on 4 12-hour candles. And someone just told me in since 2015, every time we've had 5 12-hour candles in a row, we've always gone up. We've always had a reversal. So that's since 2015. I usually use Bitfinex, and I think I'm actually just using Bitfinex these days because BitMEX is totally overloaded. I hope none of you are underwater. Do any of you have bids in? Lisa, are you short? Yeah. This is how it is when we're going down. close your short, Lisa? At what price do you think we will probably get a reversal for good? All right, well, that's obviously the $1,000,000 question, right? I would say that, to be honest, I would say we don't really know. And the reason is this. The reason is because we are possibly getting into, or already are in, a bear market that might be a little bit an extended bear market. So we don't know where this bottom will be, to be honest. I think that we most likely are in a bear market because the correction has been so long now. It's been going on for since mid-December. I think a lot of people will lose interest in Bitcoin because this is exactly what happened last time in 2014. I was the one who was like new, and I was like, holy shit, Bitcoin, okay, let's make some money. And then when it crashed, you know, I wasn't a believer because you know, I just had heard about Bitcoin. I just was getting into it. So when it crashed, I got out and I went and did other things in the meantime. And Bitcoin price tanked. You know, it went down to 200. It hit the bottom in August that year. And I think we're going to see this very, very similar pattern. Everyone who got in, who FOMO'd in at 17K or before, when they get wrecked now and they finally capitulate, they are going to lose interest. The volume will go down on all exchanges. The price will go more sideways. It'll reach a bottom. You know, this might not be the bottom. We might go down now and hit 4K. And then it'll maybe do a jump up from 4K maybe. But at that point, people would have capitulated. They would have lost interest. I don't think we'll see the same timeline because institutions are in, and you know, there's a lot more interest from institutions, which means a lot. But I do think that a lot of people will lose interest, and then we might go sideways for a while. Who knows? We might hit another bottom. You know, just look at the graph from 2014, and I think that's what's coming in the future. I don't know for sure, obviously. No one, you know, we can't really know for sure, but I think that this is what it looks like. And I didn't stick around back then. When the price went down to 700, I remember from 1200, I just got out, or 1100, I just got out, and I stayed out. And sentiment-wise, I feel like the same thing will probably happen. But because I've been in Bitcoin for years now, I'll stick around, you know. But the people who just got in, like I was back in 2014, 2013, you know, they would have lost interest now. Well, let's see. I mean, I don't know for sure we're going to go to 4K. We won't go to 4K. 5.5, 5.7 holds. If it doesn't, I think, you know, definitely probably going to the 4K area. Some people are saying even lower, which, you know, at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter. You know, 4K, 2.8K, we're fucked, right? You know what? I did have a link for order books. Let me see here. I apologize if the stream is kind of lagging for you guys. For some reason, my CPU is really getting used. I have a link somewhere where it shows like all the order books combined, but I'm afraid that I might have lost it. Sorry about that. I'm trying to. God damn. There's so many useful links, and the thing is, it's not like other You know, in cryptos, they're just, you got to remember, you got to bookmark those things. I'm afraid I cannot. Yeah, sorry, I do have a fan on. Let me, you know what? Let me turn it off, and I will turn on my air conditioning instead. Give me a sec, guys. Sorry about that. I was a little bit worried about that, actually. Man, I have not had any breakfast yet, but I thought it would be a good idea if we start a stream, since I'm sure some of you guys might be panicking, and you know, we don't want you to panic too much. I'm trying to get my Bluetooth keyboard to work, but you know, Bluetooth shit doesn't always work. It's weird. It's connected. It's connected. Well, fucking work then if you're connected. Alright, what's it looking like now, guys? So you're going to reopen a short? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's hard to call bottoms in a bear market. At least we die together. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome, Kyle. Thanks for letting me know. No, I don't think it'll take that long to get back on this time around, guys. I think... oh, there's some volume coming in now. Volume is increasing, you know. But this is not amazing volume, guys. Let's be real. You know, it has to increase more. So what you'd want to do now is, like, let's say the volume increases a lot, right? What you do is you wait for it to come back down and hit a support level. So I'll show you like how I would do that normally. You know, so you do like that. You know, what I then would do is like this. This would be a good level. If it went up now, it doesn't always work like this, but you know, then I would probably this here. This purple line maybe. Let's say it goes up here, hits this area. It's probably going to come back down and test this. So that's what I would probably do. I would put in like bids around this area here, because this is resistance being broken. It's going to go back up. It's going to come down, retest resistance. Now, the interesting question is more, you know, you want to see volume. If you don't see volume, what you should be looking for is more of an opportunity to short. Now, I'm not saying short here, obviously, because we are so close to this area. the time to short was, was further up. Time to short would have been like, you short around this area here when you have a little bit, but I was looking to short higher up. When we were coming down, let me put it on a 1 hour here for a second. When we were coming down, I was trying to find more like, when we're coming down here, I was hoping to go back up to here, this area here, 77 to 81, and then short again. It just never happened. It just kept slowly down, small bounces, now the big one, and then, or this was yesterday, and then, where's view app? Okay, we're above. Okay, I need to change the view app color. There you go. So above view app, this might be a short here actually. Probably gonna come back down here. Quick scalp. Yeah, let's do some Fibonacci, guys. Why not? Fibonacci. I'll remove this. I'd like to go over Ichimoku with you sometimes. Awesome trading system. Well, this is probably a little bit easier. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci from the bottom, right? So we went through the 0.786 level, and we nearly, full retracement would be 6K. If we're going to look at things a little bit more differently, like where to go? Boom. This is the fib from the last top. You could retrace anything up to here, but the thing is, this is a little bit pointless, to be honest. Maybe this one is a little bit more interesting. We retrace 50% up, 78, or only 75, or only, that's the question. We could go back up here. But this does not look like a bottom to me, to be honest. I'm not sure. We need some capitulation. The question is, did it happen already? I don't think so. This is more like capitulation right here. This is capitulation. Yeah. Divinorum agreed, close below 55. Yeah, we're going way lower. This volume does not look very convincing to me. I mean, it could be a temporary reversal, I guess, you know. I don't want to deny that too much. Maybe that's the sign. The sign is no one believes it. That's when you long. So tell me, you guys, what positions you got right now? Is everyone flat, or you know, are you guys underwater? Are you guys shorting? Some of you are hodling. So the most important thing, guys, is that if there is some kind of reversal, take the time to wait to see the volume, you know, for the whole day. In my opinion, you don't want to just get in and then get wrecked later because you're paralyzed because you don't know what to do. You need to make sure that that the volume is correct for it. It's better to wait and see and get confirmation, and then you go long, and you get maybe you get 60 to 70 or 80% of a move instead of trying to get like 90%, which is a lot more risky, you know. Because, and I'll tell you why, you can't use these 1 hour candles to look at volume either, you know. You need to look at this. Do you see how pathetic this looks? Look at volume, and then look at this look at this push here. I agreed. Some of the volume in this candle is also bullish, right? That's why you see the wick going up. But I mean, look at this. This is more like a stalemate right now, right? You know, here I like this. A lot of volume. Gives me a cleaner picture right here. A lot of volume, and then there's a wick. That to me indicates that it should bounce here. It should go up from here. We don't know how far it's going to bounce. And really only people who are experienced traders, in my opinion, should be acting on this. But if you're like, if you're like, you have a full-time job, you can't watch the charts all the time, you just want to find out where you can buy, then you want to wait. You want to wait like 24 hours. Let me move this over here, guys, because I... Some more volume coming in now. I'll be happy if this is the bottom for sure. Because I was thinking 6,500 was going to be like a good chance that we bounce from there. Alright, let's figure out some stuff here. Let's see if we can let's build some levels, guys. Guys, this stupid piece of shit Bluetooth keyboard. It's connected. It's connected. Why is it not working? Oh, it's working. Thank God. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see if we're going to paint a bull flag. We're going to go down. Yeah, I've just been charging a little bit. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna try and charge it more. I actually just took this keyboard out the other day, 2 days ago, trying to make a setup for the stream. I don't know if you noticed, but you're actually above me. You're like, my laptop is on a thingy, a little table. I want to see it come down here, retest this, and then see if it goes up from there. Kyle, you're my technical man, dude. You know, the fan, the Bluetooth, you got me. Okay, little bull flag here. Are we gonna go up from here or go back down to retest? This is just some old resistance level I had drawn. Okay, we hit 6.0.618 level. Cool. I think, is this the 50 EMA? Okay, cool. I really like the 50 EMA, guys. 50 EMA for some reason is always really solid. Like if it was coming back up, I would short 50 EMA a lot of times. I think this is the 50. Is this the 50 on here? No, I'm not sure which one this is. All right. Let's see what happens here. It's pumping. It seems to be responding similar to the drop of the 5th of February. Let's go take a look. I'll go over here instead. Fifth of February. Oh, okay. You mean the 6K bottom? Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah. Look how far it came down to retest. You know, it didn't even only go to here. It went like further down. I would have put this is the 1 hour, so I probably would have tried to put around here, right here. I would have put a long, and it would have gone through still, you know, but then go back up, wick through. Sorry. God damn it. Alright, so this is the old bottom here. We had a good bull div, obviously, which you usually always get. Oh, interesting. See here, volume weighted MACD. TTM squeeze fired off, but this was a 30-minute, so it would be nicer to see a higher time frame. I don't want to change it now because it fucks up the. Alright, let's see what happens, guys. It would be so crazy if we go up to 8.3, huh? Is that some kind of fib level for you, Lisa? Oh, for sure. 72, 80, yeah, that area. There should be resistance for sure. It would be weird if there wasn't. It should come down to retest for sure. Well, what's ETH at now? 365? Yeah, that was the bottom. Interesting how the alts alts didn't go down as much in the same way, huh? That's weird. They had more of a like a all right, it goes down to here. I will open along here. I'll most likely do it on Litecoin, not Bitcoin. You know, more volatility. Watch the volume. I just did a short when it started moving down here in Litecoin. I can just show it to you. How do I show you? So I got a little short going here. Not too much. It's just a small one. Here, here you go. So it's up 50 bucks, but I'm gonna be very careful, obviously, because I'm not a veteran at this. I make all the same mistakes you guys do, guys. Just learning, trying to stay sharp. Let's see how far down it goes. I'll close my short, open the long. Boom. It's kind of funny because I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart and then I'm reacting on the Litecoin pair. My computer is lagging. Don't do that now. Alright, I'm closing the short. $97 profit. I'd like to see it go down further. You don't want to chase the market too much, you know? Bitcoin and chill. I like it. Let's see what happens now. So I guess I should have actually anticipated this. You know, this resistance level more. I was looking at this one. Maybe I should have looked at that one more. I should have zoomed out. Either way. No, I think it's fine. I think it just didn't make it that all up there. Plus, oh no, never mind. This is wrong. All right, let's see here. Anyone got any position in yet? It could go higher. Could go higher today for sure. Let's see what happens. Ouch. That sucks. Well, Zizen, you need to start like you know, hanging out on TradingView more. Hang out on you know, talk to other good traders. I mean, I know the mistakes that you made, brother. I made the same mistakes, all the same mistakes, and you know, now I'm trying to turn those mistakes into fortune, you know, by learning from my mistakes instead of just being a hodler. You know, you have two choices, right, with Bitcoin in some ways. You can just be a hodler, which is maybe not so great right now, but in the last 3 years it was great. So you can be a hodler, or you can be or you can be a trader. And when I say trader, I don't mean like be like, you know, like Martin or me or anyone else who's like full-time trader. What you can do is you can just understand the fundamentals and understand how trading works, and then you can just do longer term investments, right? So you don't do stuff like buy high, sell low. Like if you are more experienced and you understand the markets better, you won't be buying Ripple at $3, right? You'll be looking at buying when it goes down. Look at the price now. Like I'm looking at the price right now. Now this may not maybe the great example, because we're already in a freaking we're in such a big downtrend right now that it could easily go up. But let's just pretend this is on my graph. This is a higher timeline. I wouldn't buy anything here. I would look at past resistance levels that turn to support, and then I'd try and buy there. I'd look at some other indicators. I'd talk to some other traders. You know, obviously you made the same mistake many people made. You know, a lot of people watching CNBC on how to buy Ripple when it was like $3. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, because they actually have a trader on there, an analyst on there, and I don't know why he's recommending people to buy at the very top. It's just totally retarded. So, you know, but I've made the same mistakes. You know, I had Ethereum, and it went up and it went down, and when it was going down, I panic sold back in the day, and then went back up, you know, and you just theoretically in your mind you're thinking, oh, you know what, I'll sell now, I'll buy in later. But what happens is you sell, you get an emotional response because all the stress that you're feeling from when it's going down. So I'll tell you my story. I had a bunch of Ethereum. This is how I lost a lot of money. I had a bunch of Ethereum, and I bought them at $90, right? It went up to $400 the first bull run. And then from 400, it went all the way down to 130, 125. I sold at 133. I was watching it was going down. And I'm like, fuck, what's happening here? What should I do? And then the logical part of my brain, the survival part of my brain goes, not the logical maybe, the survival part goes, all right, you just sell now and buy back in lower. It's apparently going down, but because I'm not a good trader, or I wasn't at the time, maybe I still am not, but I was thinking to myself, okay, I'll just buy and I'll sell and I'll buy back in lower. But what usually happens is you sell, and when you sell, you're like, you let go of these emotions, and you feel cathartic, and like, oh my god, you can't do anything. You know, you don't have the next trade planned out. You don't even know where the bottom is. You don't even know where, you know, I didn't even know resistance or support levels at the time, which you probably don't either yet. And I sold. It went down to 125 or 130, and then bounce back up. Then I was like, fuck, what do I do now? And then you're kind of deer in headlights moment where you're paralyzed, you don't know. Then you buy back in when it's 200. You've lost a lot of money that way. So it's all about not letting emotion rule you. But the best way to do it is by understanding how markets work. You sell resistance, you short resistance, you buy support, you long support. When it's going down, I'm not saying don't get out of a position. If you're going to get out fast, react faster. Don't wait. Oh, it's painful. Oh, it's painful. Now it's really painful. Oh, okay, now I better capitulate. You just don't do that. I'll be one sec, guys. This is like a yeah, good. Sorry about the mic. I'm doing some work. Yeah. I don't know, 12, 10. No, I didn't go out last night, don't worry. We still have the bet, no alcohol, don't worry. I'm not drinking any alcohol until the 11th. You're my witnesses. Say again? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But do you listen? Can I call you back? Later? Is that okay? Because I have people I'm talking to right now. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Sorry, guys. Let me just tell you guys right away that one of the themes of this stream is also kind of make it a little bit more not only about trading. I mean, not that it's going to be about other stuff too much, but it'll be we wanted to do it to make me kind of relatable and you can talk to me. So you might see some real life stuff in here. I'll try and keep it 95% crypto, obviously. Good time to short now. No, I wouldn't say it's a good time to short right now. I think we're gonna go a little bit higher. So it's a good question. I'm gonna have to ask some other people too what they think about this, because I know some really experienced people and they will maybe have a better idea what levels to look for to short. So I'll definitely look into that and get back to you guys, because I'm not 100% sure either. Originally I was thinking, maybe I should just short here and keep on it, but I think there's some, we've been going down, guys. Come on, look at this. Look at the 4 hour. Look at this. We've just been dumping, and look, it could dump further, right? It could easily do like this and just dump further down. So I don't know. Lisa was doing a wave count. Maybe we should. She had some input on that. And especially, you don't want to short too much towards the bottom, right? If you're going to look at a whole move, let's look at the movement that we've been seeing, right? So originally, I remember that I shorted from 11.5 here. I closed it way too early. I told you guys yesterday. But look at all this action you could have gotten here, right? You get all this action, you get all this long, and then you get out maybe when it bounces or whatever, right? I try to be realistic. A lot of people, when they post videos, I've noticed they're like, look, if you shorted what I said, you would have caught all this. No, that's not how it works. That's not how trading works, because you only see, this is what you see. Oh, it's going down. Oh, there's a bounce, and then you might panic and then close. It goes down, and there's a bounce, you might panic and close. You have tools for that. You have tools that help you figure out, again, support levels. So for example here, 9.3, that could have been a level you'd be thinking, okay, around 9.5, I want to close my short, What do you know? Around 9, 9.5, we bounced up, bounced up to 10. So 9.5, you could have closed your short because it makes sense, right? You don't just, you're not like a fortune teller. Hindsight is 2020, right? You can do, oh yeah, I would have caught this whole move, or oh yeah, I would have. I do know some people who actually were short from like 11 here and then all the way down here. So, but that doesn't mean that they're a great trader. That just means they held on to their trade. Why not? If you're a great trader, why not stop? Around here, or let's say around here, it goes back up, it goes back down, it crashes through. Support, boom, you short again, it goes down, and then maybe you have some other levels, right? So maybe you're looking at the next level, which is 8.5, right? And then you're like, okay, around 8.6, I'll close it. It goes back up, then you're not sure what to do, maybe, right? Maybe you short here, goes down, it goes against you. It goes down here, it goes back up. You're like, okay, whatever. It goes against you, then you're stopped out. So you have to be realistic. Don't listen to people on videos that make this assumption. Look, you would have caught this whole fucking move. That's not how it works. That is not how trading really works. It's much more dynamic in the moment, And as a newer trader, for example, me, I'm not very experienced. I'll close my trades much faster than a lot of experienced ones because they have a lot more experience. But that's what I'm trying to learn, and hopefully we can learn that together. So the point I was trying to make before was, you have this whole move down and some sideways action, more down, opening a short here. At some point when you're getting close to a level of support, like here we are, like 6.3, right? At some point you're just gonna have to give up the $500, and you can't be Neo, just in and out. What you do is you you're not invincible. You're getting close to a support level. You just stop trading and you wait for a moment to be able to get in. Now, if things change, let's say you go through support. Let's say it goes through 6K. Boom. You might be like, and it's not going to go directly through, right? It'll probably go here, bounce, up, bounce. Like you got to look at those moments where it's bouncing. That's where it's like the safest to get into a trade. When it's like in free fall, you want to go past support levels when you go short, or long, past resistance when you go long. All right, let's get back into sweating the small time frames. I don't even mind if I can't get a long in now, because to be honest, I might want to just wait for a position to short. But what I would do then is I would be listening to other traders and be like, okay, was that the bottom? Was it not the bottom? As well. You listen to people that you respect. It's very important. Don't listen to yourself too much. Don't let your ego get in the way. Okay, we have any other coins we can look at? Maybe let's check out Litecoin, huh? Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Ichimoku Cloud, guys, at your service right here. Boom. I probably would have shorted from here if I was going to use Ichimoku strictly, but you could have scaled it. Yeah, sorry, I live... Yeah, okay, agreed, Lisa. Yeah, long is kind of risky now. I'm a gambler, though. You never know. Yeah, I live close to the airport here in Thailand. So yeah, apologies for the noise. I know it's can be quite annoying. MPC is saying Magic Poop Cannon is saying Litecoin to 50. Well, we can look at a chart. Where's 50 bucks? Must be here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, could be, could be. 50 would mean that we just, we pretty much just go down and hit all the same stuff that we were at before. And one thing about 50 is that the control point of control, I should say, not control. The point of control is at, 50, 58. So around that area would make sense if we did, because if we, I guess if we fall below 100, then what do we got? We got this move here, this level here. So this is one level. We're on that now. This one here, maybe I should make this a little bit bigger. We're on that now. And, if we go below here, I guess this will be the next one. 85. Drop from 85. Maybe 72 and 58. 72 maybe. 85, we're probably just going to go to 58. But again, I mean, to be honest, we're just at the mercy of Bitcoin, right? Might as well just look at the Bitcoin chart, because that's what's really going to show us what's happening. So you see this, guys? This is like, this is like the bull flag happening here, right? And this is what it looks like. You got volume coming up, aggressive volume. Volume is rising. Barely, but it's still, it's like coming up, volume in, as more people FOMO in, and then this is the consolidation right here. Which tells us we could easily go up more, but we could also just come back down. Especially in this uncertain market where down seems to be more of How do you open the point of control? So point of control is the volume profile. And it's here under indicators and volume profile, and then you can choose. I use visible range a lot, but there's also fixed range or session volume. Session is like per day. So this is like the new day has started, and this is the volume profile for the day. This is the volume profile for yesterday. Notice how the point of control here is where there was the most volume on this price. Price comes down to here, stays. Obviously, this was the point of control was not here the whole day. It was here, and it was moving down this red line, and it ended up here because then it went further down. Had the price come back up here, it could have bounced off the point of control and back down. I'm still learning how to use this, so I'll be studying that more, and I'll let you guys know how it works in trading. I mean, obviously I know what it is, but how to trade it profitably. Yes. I mean, if it breaks support, every time something breaks support, there's two ways to short, right? One way to short is that you short resistance, which I did, for example, at 11.7. Sorry, this is Ethereum, my bad. Because I knew that 11.7, 11.5, 11.7 was a big resistance. The funny thing was I used Ichimoku Cloud to find those resistance levels. And plus it was like the point of pass resistance as well, right? So I shorted here just for a small profit, unfortunately. But you short resistance, or you short as soon as you break support and you just know you're going to go down. You know, good examples would be here. Look at this. This is like a point of, you see this? This is a point, this is a support level here. You break this. Where is it? You break this, you short it. It comes back up to retest. You short resistance. Boom. This is how you do it. I was retarded. At this time when we were going down, I was going long. You know, I was trying to, where can I go long? Where can I go long? You know, don't scalp the counter trend. Let me show you one of my notes up here on my thing. Don't scalp the counter trend. I think I wrote this in January sometime, or February. I don't remember. You know, finally learning not to do retarded shit. Here's another one. No wishful thinking, no emotion, be objective. So yeah. Is there a fucking hidden wall here? Or why is what happened here? Looks like someone had a hidden sell wall here afterwards. That's very interesting. But when it comes to Litecoin breaking those support levels, you know, again, you're gonna have to watch Bitcoin. You know, if Bitcoin is approaching a support level and does not break through it, Litecoin's support and resistance might not be exact. You know, at the same time, right? Yeah, freaking whales. So if this went up now, let's say this went up now, the price went up to 71.83, and we could see on the 1 minute chart that it's just, you know, there's a hidden wall. Obviously, it kind of sucks that it's been eaten at already a little bit, but you know, I would probably just short that. I would short on the hidden wall, and if it goes through, I could just close my short right away. And if it doesn't go through, boom, you know, you got plenty of downside, plenty of good risk reward. So far today we're up $100. It wasn't really 100 because I did a market, so you know, probably like 90 or something. I wish I'd just have gotten long instead, and then, you know, instead I did the counter trade while I was painting the bull flag, so it was a little bit more risky, but it wasn't too bad. I recently got this program. Where is it? Oh, I need to install it. It's like a true trading platform. You know, shows depth of market and everything. Called Sierra Chart. Check it out. At some point, don't get in on it right now because it's extremely complicated to use. But if you're like a competent trader and you want to get into more short-term trades like scalping and stuff like that, it's quite good. Because you can just like one-click stuff, and you'll just put in a trade for you right away, and it's really, really easy to use. I shouldn't say easy to use. It's easy to execute trades. It's quite complicated to use and set up, actually. Anyone listening to any music right now? What are you guys listening to? Do you guys like to listen to music while you're looking at the charts, or techno? Don't get too aggressive with the aggressive techno. You'll end up like making trades. Oh, what's going on here? Imogen Heap Pandora Station. I'm glad I can help, Brian. I am here to help, and as much as I like to stay humble and tell people like, okay, yo, listen, I'm not. I'm not a successful trader yet. I do want to say that I've learned so much in the last 3-4 months that I'm sure I can at least provide value for the newbies. And I listen to a lot of good traders too. So I do get some. That's why I'm hoping I can add some value, not just like just like a hangout, crypto hangout, but also like some education, and we'll grow together in the next coming months. We already have some good people in here. We got Lisa doing the waves, and we got some experienced people who are like been studying. All right, bearish volume increasing here slightly. I was just looking at another chart on the screen here on my Bitfinex. Not currently reading anything, just trying to figure out like some different points here on my Litecoin chart. I'll put it here instead. It's interesting how Litecoin did not want to go past this, huh? How crazy is that? That's crazy. Very interesting. Compared to the Bitcoin chart, right? It was going down, boom, down, still downwards. I guess it's kind of similar, It just Litecoin just didn't really go on the downward slope. So I guess it's not too It's not too different from each other, I guess. Yeah, Litecoin just didn't follow it exactly like it sometimes does. Oh, yes, I am reading something. Let me. Currently, I'm reading this one here, which I'm a little bit disappointed by. Let me post a bookmark. So this one, it's called Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom. So this is like about the main thing I wanted to learn from this that I heard it was good for was position sizing. It was good for like talking about like setups, you know, entry market timing. But so far, so the thing is this, I actually don't want to say anything bad about it right now because all the first part of the book is about legacy markets, you know, and there's some stuff here. There's probably some stuff here like setups and stuff like that that will help some of you guys where I've kind of gone beyond that already. But from chapter 10, to be honest, it's from part 4. That's where I feel like it's starting to give me a little bit of value. But I've stopped short of chapter 14, which I think will be the most important for me. Position sizing, you know, 1 unit per fixed amount of money kind of stuff, blah blah blah. So, then it's concluded. So I'm only gonna get something out of the last couple of chapters of this book because the other stuff I just couldn't. So far it's not really working for me, but people say in the reviews it's really, really, really good. It might not pertain very well to cryptos, unfortunately. So that's my fear right now. So far, I been disappointed by it. This one, however, is really good. Investing with Volume Analysis. You should really read this one. It's really good. There will be some stuff here that you will already know, but this one was quite good. It's short too, which is great. You know, I fucking hate it when people make these you know, when I have to read through like a very, very long Japanese candlesticks. I can definitely also recommend. And actually, the sick thing is, this guy, I think he did or someone else translated a book from Japanese. So this is actually a Japanese book. That was translated to English, and I really, really thought it was quite nice. Yeah, obviously a lot of this information you can get online as well. So if you get this and maybe you like having books, I would say maybe get a hard copy. You know, because it's just such a cool cover, in my opinion. And I have the Elliott Wave Principle. I did not end up reading it. I started on it and then just didn't end up finishing it. I'm not super big on Elliott Wave, I have to admit. I feel like Elliott Wave gives you bias in your trades a little bit too much. If you're expecting a certain behavior, I feel like it will sway your trades in a way that you might be making the completely wrong trades, you know. But a lot of people use Elliott Wave successfully, and to be honest, some really, really good traders I know also use Elliott Wave, and some of them, one of them uses his own version of Elliott Waves, so it's probably quite a good thing to understand. I understand the basics of Elliott Wave, I just haven't really like studied it much in advance, but I think in the future I definitely intend to read a little bit more up on it, because it'll probably build a foundation for me as a trader, and build it like, so. And if a lot of people are using Elliott Wave anyways, so it's good to other books. Yeah, well, the rest of the books are just like other stuff. Yeah, I got Trump's books here too. I found out that he lied a bunch in his books. Actually, like a lot of stuff that he said were about the maybe more about the amount, not so much about what happened, but probably about what happened too. He actually lied, but ignoring the fact of who he is, because I read these way before he became president. Ignoring the fact about who he is, it can be kind of inspirational, and you learn some things. I mean, obviously he's a businessman, so you can learn some stuff. Steve Jobs was a great book. I can definitely recommend Steve Jobs. Very nice. Really makes you understand. I don't know, just gives you a different perspective of what it takes to sometimes be successful. Good book is How to Make Money in Stocks by William J. O'Neill. Your book? What do you mean your book? Like a book that you wrote, or are you talking about how to make money in stocks? But I'll definitely look up how to make money in stocks. Let's see if this Bluetooth thing is working or not. Or I'll take a look at this later for sure. Thanks. Let's check back in on Bitcoin. So see here, it's like kind of difficult, right? There's many ways to think of the situation. Well, you could try and think of the volume and be like in an uptrend, you could be like, okay, there's a push, consolidation, and looks like the volume is really declining, which means now it should either go up or down. If you're in a bull trend, you could be like, all right, you're gonna watch it now. It goes down, boom, you get short, and then it goes up. Or you could just make a decision here, go long. The better strategy might be just to wait for a little bit of a confirmation for one push, and then you go long. Goes down, then you go short. Although I wouldn't go short here because you got some support here now. So ignoring the fact that we're already quite low, and I just told you guys, be very careful about going short. If if we forgot about that for a second, you could be like, all right, I'm gonna go short here, and then here there's gonna be some support obviously as well. Ah, now I see why we stopped there. Yeah. All right. Nice, nice. All right. Okay, I understand why we stopped here, because I should have drawn this thing a little bit differently. I should have drawn it. Let's try it here. What the fuck? Ah, okay, I see. there. All right, interesting. Makes a little bit more sense. Sorry, let me check the chat. Death cross confirmed. Yeah. I'm just gonna because I don't have to want to change between time frames all the time. There it is. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, wait, what is the... Is this the EMA? Well, yeah, it's pretty much, I guess, confirmed death cross. It's unstoppable now, isn't it? There's gonna be... I don't think it can... I think it's unavoidable at this point. So... No, I don't know. That's a good question. So you said never mind because it went down. Listen, it doesn't mean that it's broken down right now, even if you're seeing this movement. But usually the way to do it is like this. I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the way to do it is usually, like this. You look at the height, but this is not always accurate. And then you look at it like, for example, here, But in my opinion, this is not always accurate, but you can maybe get like you can get an idea. What you should probably be doing is looking at, all right, it's going to go up to here. Well, we got some resistance here, so it'll be this area kind of thing, right? Okay, let's see what happens here, guys. Why couldn't it go up just once more to the freaking hidden wall? And I could have shorted it, and that would be a lot more fun. All right, let's see what happens soon here when we come down. So remember, this can still be, not saying it is, but it could still be, a bear flag like this. I guess it would be a little bit more like, maybe it's not really a bear flag anymore. Is it bear flag? I meant bull flag. For sure. Agreed. Girl talk is fantastic. Not sure what that is. I agree, Corvus. The market is behaving like it has surrendered. It does seem like, there's not a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of fear. Especially yesterday was really horrible, huh? And the last, I went to bed what time? Last 12 hours, obviously been horrendous. But yeah, this was like the only push, I would say, right? Let's look at the 4-hour chart for a second here to check some more volume and compare volumes. So this is the time where there's been some volume, but compared to, look at all this. Look at this mountain of volume, Look at this, and look at this, Look at this, massive selling, a little bit of buying, not enough, massive capitulation, nearly, pretty much, you could call it that, whatever. And then a ton of volume following it, right? But where is our volume? When is it coming? Is it going to come, is it the next 4 hours? This candle closes in 1 hour from now. So if we see a push up, we'll see tweezer bottom. That'll be really, really nice. That'll be good. That'll be bullish. And then maybe we go up to this control point here, which is 7,800. We want to see the next hour for sure. We want to see it going up. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, how about this? We'll take a break, at least for now. I'm not sure if I'll be back right away, but there's not a ton going on right now. It's my chance to go get some food. Might hit the gym, and I'll just start up the stream as soon as there's some action. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me. And let's see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting day, to say the least. So I'll probably be online a lot. We are due to have a run, Brian. I totally agree. 7 red candles, man. It's just absurd. All right. You guys take it easy. There's a delay on, so, I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.